If you're an entrepreneur, you've had a year like no other, haven't you? Whatever goals and plans you brought into 2020, they were laid to waste in March and April. And I helped a bunch of entrepreneurs navigate through that early COVID period and spoken before hundreds of others. I've seen how hard you've worked to make it through this period and how much emotional energy you've expended to keep your business going, your team going, and yourself going in the face of all this massive uncertainty. Now, in those early days, I was preaching and teaching the steps to survive in the face of this massive collapse in demand. It was all risk management. And you know what? It worked. Not one of the companies I worked with went out of business. And most, well, now they're crushing it. But things are different now. And I've seen a very common dynamic emerging that I want to share with you. Whether you're struggling still or if you've emerged strong and are thriving, my guess is you're not looking out much longer than the next couple of months, right? Your focus is short term and you're largely reactive. That leaves you at risk of missing great opportunities, as well as being vulnerable to oncoming threats. Look, this has been a tough year. I'm not trying to scare you. I want to get you excited about the possibilities ahead. But that means now you have to lift your head, take a breath, and peek over the horizon into 2021. It means having a hard look at what's working in your business, what's not working, what opportunities lay before you, and what threats may yet emerge. And it means considering your options and making plans to succeed in the face of all of that. But if you're like most entrepreneurs I meet, no one has shown you how to do that. In this upcoming webinar, Planning to Succeed in Uncertain Times, I'm going to show you exactly why not one of my clients closed their businesses during COVID and how several are having their best years ever. This isn't high-level fluffy stuff. I'm going to share the hard, detailed skills and knowledge you need, not just to survive, but to thrive. Listen, I get it. You're zoomed out. There's been tons of webinars this year. Why do I need one more, right? It's tough to show all the value in a short video, but let me try to be specific. Here's what you're going to learn. First, I want to convince you that the old way of trying to work on 23 things at once, juggling them in the air, is just not effective, especially now. In fact, it's downright dangerous to your business in these times. Second, I'm going to teach you the 7 and the only 7 steps you need to follow to get to the focus you need to strategically choose the right actions to take for your unique circumstances. Imagine you and your team only working on what matters. Do you think that might give you both more time for yourself and more peace of mind in knowing that you're working on the right things? Third, as importantly, you're going to discover how to make sure all those actions actually get done through high levels of accountability with your team. Wouldn't that be nice? When you follow these steps, you'll not only get clarity and control, but you'll move faster to make the changes that will bring you more profit, better cash flow, and a team that's more confident in the future. You're going to see how to use what you might consider the chassis for every business. I call it the why you profit model because it's in the shape of a Y. It explains where all your profits come from. And when you understand the only 8 numbers that drive all profitability and how they interact, you'll be able to quickly measure whether the actions you've decided to take are going to produce the profits you want. It's so simple when you learn it, but you'll see how little 7% improvements in the 8 numbers can drive profit increases of 80% or more. For real. And finally, if you're in Ontario, you'll learn of an amazing government program that's been extended to March that will help you get all of this in place. So register now for this webinar. As 2021 dawns, you'll be so glad you did. And who am I? If you don't know me, my name is Warren Coughlin. Since 2002, I've been helping ethical entrepreneurs build what I call businesses that matter. A business that matters is one that gives you a great lifestyle while helping make the world, or just some corner of it, a bit of a better place. I was the top Canadian coach with the world's largest business coaching organization for 6 years before I headed out on my own to help these kinds of entrepreneurs. I'm a recovering lawyer, a serial entrepreneur, an actor and theater director. And listen, a North American trainer of entrepreneurs who previously owned a $100 million business said what you're going to learn is one of the best models for developing focus and strategy for entrepreneurs he'd ever seen. Then there's another entrepreneur who successfully deployed this approach and got his entire disparate team focused. He said he'd worked previously with 3 different consultants, but had never before succeeded in achieving both the focus and the ability to execute as he experienced with this training. So don't miss out. 2020 is coming to an end. Yay! Start 2021 confident, armed with the tools to make it your best year ever. So register now.